All right, I'd like to welcome everybody to HBCU Coach's Corner. My name is Rocky Miller, and I'm here along with my trusty sidekick, my co-host, my man with a plan, none other than Mr. Steve Campbell, the Rattler, the Bishop, the Detective. Coach, we had a good time this weekend, Coach, so I don't even have to ask you how you doing.
No, you need to ask me how I'm doing because you all had me out in that cigar bar until 3 a.m.
Oh, yeah, I did.
And we church going folks over here. You know what I'm saying? we good church going folks, and you guys had me out. You know, good clean cigar fun. Now we wasn't at the getting those lemon pepper wings down the street.
No.
Nice cigar, regular cigar bar. We didn't have no shoe models in front of us.
No, we didn't. We had some good clean fun. We had a great time at the Swag MEAC Challenge. Got a chance to see some football. Football season is here, Steve, and that is one thing I am really, really happy about. But now that football season is here, we're getting out. We run. It's almost like a car wash, Coach. We getting coaches every day almost, and so we got another great coach here. Somebody that I personally saw his NFL career from the very beginning. I also followed him at Florida State when he arrived at Florida State, and he was a highly touted guy out of Mississippi. He wasn't a Florida boy, but it seems like he caught on, and the folklore of him as a player, was highly anticipated as he arrived on campus. You were there at Tallahassee. You probably remember the anticipation of him coming on campus as a player and what he would ultimately turn out to be. With no further ado, I'm going to step aside and let Steve give him his proper introduction.
Well, I am super excited to introduce Pasco School of Mississippi native, Florida State University alum, All-American, #1 pick, 18 years of coaching experience, but now very proudly to say what he is now. Mississippi Valley State University's 19th head football coach, Terrell Buckley.
Man, I like that.
I'm getting him up there. Hold on. Can you add him, Steve? Steve, can you press add? Because I don't know if it's
where's that at?
Him on the screen down there at the bottom. You see where he's in the
I don't even see. He look like he's trying to come
see it.
I think he's there now.
Mm-hmm.
Right, we got him now?
Yes. Well, I see it.
I see you, Coach.
All right, Coach, can you?
All right, Coach, go ahead. Coach, you about to say something. You about that introduction. Did I do you right, Coach?
You did me right, man. I appreciate that. Both of you guys did me.
All right. Hopefully, it seems like we got like a little, and it's probably on my end, guys. So my apologies.
Yeah, I can't even see on that down that corner. I just see myself. Coach, we're gonna get you together. Hang on with it, because we know this.
I got you.
We got a lot of good stuff to talk to you about.
Mm-hmm. I'm on. I see it now. Now I'm on top.
All right, Coach. My apologies. It's a little technical.
Now, Coach, but that's where you usually are. Naturally, your whole life has always been on top now.
That's what I told.
You live.
Hey, that's what I told FAMU today. That's what I told Coley. Hey, we're gonna be on top. We coming in at a win too.
and Rocky, we're gonna talk about that. I was able to attend the Georgia Football Classic press conference with Coach Buckley and Coach Cozen, and I was actually in the house and got to talk to both of them. So we'll talk about that a little bit later on. So Rocky, we got our coach here. Looks like we got our technical difficulties out the way. So Coach Rocky's gonna get us started off, and then you know me, you're gonna get into that Mississippi stuff.
I got you.
Hey, Coach. First off, I got to start off by saying, Coach, you got the job in pretty late order, and with other coaches in the conference had an opportunity to do some recruiting, hire their staff, get in place, and you were, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Coach, you were the last guy that was selected in the conference as head coach. With that being the case, what can we expect from this Mississippi Valley State team this year?
Well, when you Mississippi made, we don't make any excuses, right? No complaining. This was the hand that was dealt, and the attitude that I always have is a positive attitude, a workmanlike attitude. So I came in here and hit the road running, and so I'm very proud of what we accomplished in the recruiting cycle, even though we didn't have a lot of time, and what we did uh, late summer. And matter of fact, we just added two more players a couple of days ago. So it never stops for us, and we're still going to put a product on the field that's going to be highly competitive, with one thing in mind, that we understand the process. We done put in the work. We are prepared, and we're going out there to compete to come out of there victorious.
Coach, even as you say that, Coach, you get you say you're not making any excuses, Coach, but I'm gonna add another context to the challenge you have before you. You open up this week with Southern.
Yes.
Southern had the benefit of already having played a game under their belt. Unfortunately, they took an L, Coach, and they may be even pretty salty as they travel up to it. How you think that will play into how this game kind of unfolds with them already having a game under their belt, but also with you guys having the chance to see what they put out on the field last week? How do you think that will, play out as far as, is that an advantage for you guys, disadvantage? Would you have liked to have played last week, or how would you have preferred it to? Well, not even preferred. How are you going to deal with the circumstances? That's what we're talking about, Coach. How are you going to deal with what's going on?
We're going to have to handle it. The game, we're going to kick that thing off at 4:00 Saturday, no matter what. Now, usually, just historically, you make the most improvement from game 1 to 2, because all the talk and all the hype has finally hit the fan, right? And you get a chance to see if that guy that you really loved in spring and summer, was it all hype? So that's an advantage that they're going to have that obviously we're not, but that still doesn't stop us from preparing and trying to get the best game plan. Yes, being able to see them last week helps a little bit. So who knows how it's going to play out? We are going to be ready, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, it sounds like you're rip ran and ready to go, Coach. Another thing I want to ask you, Coach. You were a Power 5 guy as a player, and you spent some time as a Power 5 guy as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
What has been an eye-opening experience about being in the SWAC and in HBCU football?
I think the biggest difference is everybody's calling me right now. It's popping up, but I think the biggest difference is money. Right? You look at the Big Ten, the Pac-12 just dissolved a little bit because of the money. The talent is there in the HBCU world, but it comes down to the funding, the stadiums, and I always, I'm telling the guys, we are a first-class program without the big money, the big stadiums, the supercharged locker room, the 2-3 fields. Even though we have 2 fields, just the overall aspect of being funded to the fullest, I think is the biggest difference.
Coach, we got a chance to speak with your offensive coordinator, and he was truly excited about the opportunity that you guys were given as coaches to showcase your talents and abilities and knowledge and experience in a conference like the SWAC. Did you add any other coaches that other than the offensive coordinator that to note after we spoke with you in our interview?
Man, I want to say maybe Coach Edwards, my defensive coordinator, Tony Carter, who I originally had, left and became the head coach at Central State, which is what I try to promote for all the guys, get that opportunity. Young, bright, I think one of the top young minds in Tony. And I want to say Mario Edwards came in after that, who is another Mississippi native that played in the NFL. His son is still currently playing for the Chicago Bears, Mario Edwards Jr.
Former Dallas Cowboy. Shout out.
Yes. And he's done, he's co-coordinator with Coach Smith, Kevin Smith Jr. So I would say he's the only one, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, Coach. The other thing, and I'll turn it over to Mr. Campbell here shortly. Coach, the one thing that I've heard about your recruiting class is, and what I've read is that you took advantage of the Mississippi JUCOs and you brought in a number of players from that rich, talented pool of players that exists in Mississippi JUCOs, and some would argue Mississippi JUCOs are the most talented, conference or area of the country when you talk about JUCOs. How were you in such short order able to take advantage of the JUCOs, and what was the plan going in for as getting those guys in school?
I would say just my background in recruiting and the guys I've hired that understand what it takes to be a winner, to have a winning team, that you have to be able to plug and play. And how do you plug and play is you have to get guys with experience. So when you look at what we've done in the JUCO arena, there go another one of the coaches texted me. What we did in JUCO arena was try to plug and play, and also the transfer portal. It's very hard to change the mindset, change culture when you're just dealing with guys that haven't played at this level. You go get a bunch of high school players. Some of them are very special that you want. But just historically, if somebody's already played some type of college ball, JUCO ball, or transfer, they give you that immediate impact. And we need immediate impact. And so we put it together kind of strategically. Young guys, medium-age guys, older guys, grad transfer. So we spent a lot of time on that board. We spent a lot of time watching tape. We spent a lot of time evaling, not just recruiting, but evaling, making sure it was trying to get the right fit.
One thing I can say about the JUCO player, being a former JUCO player myself, Coach, and this is straight up. For a JUCO player, the opportunity means so much to play at a 4-year institution, because just by playing at JUCO, you were taking a chance and betting on yourself. And normally, if those guys can get through 2 years of JUCO, what Mississippi Valley has to offer seems like a resort when you come from JUCO. So they won't be in the mindset of expecting and wanting more, because I'm surely Mississippi Valley is more than where they came from.
And that's the whole thing. The attitude, the mindset is the key to me to everything. You have a player with the right mindset that's going to give you everything they have. I don't want but 100% every time. They're not going to be complaining, and that are appreciative of the opportunity. You have something. And in today's game, that's rare. You 50-50 on some of these young men.
You can go ahead, Steve.
Coach, first of all, I appreciate you being here, but I want to kind of take some things back and talk about some of these players. You coined the phrase last time you came on here, FBI.
Yes.
Football intelligence. Now, you were a former cornerbacks coach at Louisville, Ole Miss, Mississippi State. As they say, you know what it's supposed to look like. Tell us a little bit, if you can, specifically about some of the guys that remained on the team that's showing that FBI, and some of the new guys that you brought in? Because I think what people are trying to understand, because there has been a lot of transition, but what a lot of, and we got a lot of Valley people in already looking at us and things like that, but they want to know who's still around that is giving you that FBI, and who's some of the guys that you brought in that got that FBI on them.
Oh man, the two quarterbacks, Josh Brown and Brandon Nunez, is showing some FBI through tough times, through conversations. You know, what we do defensively is pretty unique, and they have to make the proper read. You know how you disguise, and so FBI means we're gonna show you something and go somewhere else. So can you do that defensively? And then offensively, like the quarterbacks, can you pick that up? Because traditional coaching is, okay, we're going to bring down the safety weak. That means you either throw behind him or you throw front side. You know what coverage you're in. Well, we might bring down the safety weak and be in a different coverage. You know, usually tradition tells you to match the front with the back. What made Belichick so special is we didn't do that. We didn't match their back with the front. We might be doing something up front, showing you a fire zone, but we might be playing cover two behind it. So when you say FBI, the two quarterbacks have shown that. And I would say Prince and Johnnie has a return and got played a little bit last year. His FBI has increased because we didn't ask him, we demanded it. And he just got his jersey number 2. So it was something that's a part of our culture, our fabric, that we're not going to give you anything until you show us that you deserved it. And then if you don't deserve it, you earned it. I would say those two young men have shown that, along with a new guy, Dante Kelly. Dante Kelly is shown that FBI of being able to play multiple positions and understands the proper angle, taking the proper angle, lining up properly. Okay, line up in a spot and get to another spot. So I've been impressed with more than those guys, but just picking those out that they have to do a multitude of things, and you cannot do that if you don't have high football IQ.
Now, Coach, one of the things, and I want to make sure I'm correct. When you and I talked earlier, you told me that you were telling guys you hadn't earned your number yet, or
Yes.
something to that effect. Explain, because I'm going to tie something in that's kind of floating on the internet that I kind of told you about to kind of show what's really going on and the positive about. So kind of let people know when you told me about what that means for those players, when you explain that to them.
Well, most guys want the flashy numbers, right? Or from last year, like, well, I wore this number. Well, this is a new era. If I'm not watching no tape from the previous year, I don't know what number you are. So, and that didn't bother me. How you earn that is taking care of your business in the classroom, community service, and coming out here and giving us 100% every day. If you don't do those things, we went through spring with no numbers. So it was a clean slate for everybody. So if you were the guy, supposedly, then I should see that. If you was the guy that the coach messed over, which you get that too, right? Oh, the coach didn't give me a shot. He didn't do that. You earn that. You earn it. No jerseys. No numbers on the jersey. And I am going to talk about you in one way or another. But guess who gets to decide that? You. Every day, consistency, bringing that, whatever you want to call it. If you want to bring that negative energy, walk around with bad body language, okay, that's what you're going to get in return. We want positive growth type energy. Like, I want to be here. This is exciting. This is exciting for me. I want to learn. I want to be different. We haven't won around here in over 2 decades. So let's change that. New era. First class program. Close the door. That's what it's about.
Well, Coach, I wanted to bring that up. And like I told you, I've known you for a very long time. I know the class and quality, as you know what it looked like. And the reason why I bring this up, because one thing about here in the HBO Coaches Corner, we talk to the coaches. We don't believe in internet chatter. That's not for you to do, but it is for me to also show that our coaches are honorable and know what's going on. So, Rocky, I'm going to pull something up because I told Coach Buckley about this, but we wanted to set the record straight because one of the things that was floating around the internet, Valley is not a D1 program. They don't have their pictures up and things like that. Well, the coaches tried to tell you there was no numbers assigned for the pictures. So they took their time on their time, not anybody else's time. So I want to pull this quote up, Coach, because we have to let people know that you run a first-class organization up there. Like you told those young men, look up there. Jerry Rice played here, and you could be here. So I'm going to pull this up, Coach, not to belabor the point, but I told the reporter that I was going to have you on and to make sure to clear this up. So, Rock, I'm going to pull this up real quick just to show this for everybody, because people are quick on the internet to say things, and I'm one of those people. Like I say, this is a Mississippi guy. We do things the right way. Rock, is that pulling up? Okay, pull.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me make sure. And can you guys see that? Right? Can you
make
that?
I wish I could see that, but these 54.
Rocky, can you make that a little bit, or do I need to make it bigger?
Yeah, you're gonna have to zoom in on your end, Campbell.
How about that? Does that look a little bit better?
Go ahead, Coach. Okay. Go ahead and read it. I'll read it if you.
I cannot.
Yeah, so this is Blake Levine. And let me be clear. Blake Levine is a reporter out of Jackson, covers Jackson State beautifully. Outstanding. So I want to be clear on that. This is not, but he said, I'm not here to be a hater, but this is disrespect for the game, comfort the fans. They still don't have an official roster up. I don't want to hear that they posted today. They have 0 photos. They have almost no more photos for the coaches. Well, Blake, here's your response. Coach Buckley, you had to earn that number. So that number was not given out and photos taken like the majority of them because Coach Buckley had just gotten there. So now you have your answer. And everybody that goes to Mississippi Valley's website, all the coaching pictures are there. All the player pictures are there. The schedule is up. And Mississippi Valley is ready to go. So I just wanted to set that record straight because one thing I don't like, and I know in this hot take era, you know what I'm saying, first take, we kind of want to down people saying, hey, Valley needs to go down to JUCO and D2. No, Mississippi Valley has a lot of pride, and Coach Buckley is going to bring that pride because you see what I got in the back, Coach. This is the standard that you're chasing right behind us.
That's the standard. Also, guys, I don't know if you can see this.
Oh, wait,
I see his dog tag. It says fight, class, discipline, first class, discipline.
First class, discipline, new era, close the door. So we wear this, Mississippi Valley. That's what we do, right? So the number thing, just adding to what you just said. We came in, you have to earn the number. We have over 70 plus new players. In order to get those, you have to eval, put them in the right spot. The first spot you might put them in might not be right. So you keep going back and forth until you get it right. You do it so many times, you can't get it wrong, right? So, like right now, if you told me to jump in my cornerback stance, I have no choice but to get in, bend my knees, slight bend with a flat back. Bend, hands up, getting ready to move. Because I put those 10,000 hours in. That's how we approach this. And we don't technically have to have everything up until, I think it's, if I'm wrong, y'all correct me, 2 days before the game. So the plan has always been, once everybody earned their numbers, and by Saturday, half the team had their number. We had one last scrimmage to finish off the rest of the numbers. But the number don't make the player. The picture don't make the player. The player makes the picture and the number. Remember
Let me say this, Coach. Them people down in Jackson, right? The problem is they don't know what y'all got down there in Inner Bend.
Yes.
That's what the problem is. You ain't saying nothing. Your fan base is quiet. And so they want to know what's coming out of in a beamer. And they can't figure it out if you won't let them know anything, Coach. So that's the problem, is that they don't know.
Well, we're too busy up here working. I mean, like the greatest football player ever. We running hills. We getting ready. Walter Payton running hills. The two, you got Sweetness running hills, Jerry Rice training like a madman, right? That's what we've been doing, not just physically, but mentally. We're going to be organized, disciplined, and we're going to give you our best. And that's all you can ever ask for. And sometimes that takes a little longer. Obviously, like you said, I got here end of January. We had to come in here and lay it down. And with the help of the president and now new AD, by the way, she told me to tell y'all hello, Dr. Gaston. This thing is not turning. It has turned.
Well, Coach, I wanted to talk about this, and I got my ear to the street. What I heard, and Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, that several former Mississippi Valley football players got together on a conference call to figure out how the ways they could support you. Can you talk about that and what they're trying to do, and your alumni that's excited to really give you what you need? Because again, as you say, and one thing's right, as him and Coach Coley talked about it, and we'll go to Coach Price. And something about the Florida State quarterbacks. Something about they know what it looks like. They know what it's supposed to look like. So, Coach, let's talk about, because I think what has happened with you know how it goes, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
People like to keep a stereotype going. They always want to keep a stereotype going. They don't never want to hear anything that has changed outside of the norm. So let's talk about those former players that have rallied around you, your alumni base, and even the students that I heard that are wearing buckle up shirts and doing dances and things like that. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Buckle up 2025. The Valley's rising, baby. Let's go. So here's the deal. The alumni has been amazing. The former players have been amazing. I mean, I'm talking about from the new gear, the mindset, because they tired of that. They don't want any part of that. And the reason I'm here is because the president mindset changed. And we sit there and talk. So you won't change? He's like, yes. Well, I'm the change agent. So here we go. And here come the alumni. Here comes the support that you didn't think what was there. The chapters. I mean, it's unbelievable. I just throw out one chapter. Bolivar County up here has been amazing. My hat goes off to the support they've given. The support from the president's office to the new AD. It's all that comes together into the product that you're going to see this Saturday. And we're very excited to show it off. The band, I've developed a relationship with the band director. He was like, whatever you guys want, we give it to you. The women's basketball coach, Coach James. I mean, it's like a little small community. The campus is amazing. We're going to show that off this Saturday. The field, Rice Totten Stadium. Just everything about it has been, to me, been pretty exciting. Challenging, but exciting at the same time.
Now, Coach, did you say, and I heard you say, was there new turf that you say you guys got up there at the stadium?
Yes, yes, it's been turf field for, if I'm not mistaken, I think this is the third year.
Okay.
And it's nice. Everybody comes over and they want to participate on it, but it's one of the finest, I think, turf fields in the country. And we have a good time. We also have a grass field here. We call it junkyard. Hey, we had a couple of junkyard days out there. I mean, it was like, okay, we're going to the junkyard. We about to get it on. Let's go. So it was an old school type training camp. And one thing I know about players, if you treat them fair, with respect and dignity, they give you everything they have. and we gonna give them everything I have. At the end of the day, no matter how tough it is, you earn each other respect.
Hey, Coach, I'd like to take time out to welcome everybody on the HBCU Coaches Corner podcast. We're here with the head football coach at Mississippi Valley, Terrell Buckley, also known as T-Buck. But we're about to suspend the stream on the Off-Script channel. And, of course, you can catch it on the Rocky Miller channel as we continue this interview. Go ahead, Campbell.
Coach, one of the things, that we always know that's important is strength and conditioning.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about, I was super excited when I learned and found out, let's say